my name is Jamie and I live in Saudi Arabia, and I have a makeup collection that just keeps getting larger, and in fact today it did get larger. So let's talk about it. First and foremost, happy Thanksgiving! It's about to start. Holiday season. So are you ready? What are you getting? Let's talk about it. I haven't filmed in a minute. It's been a long week. So I've been finishing things up at work. We are officially on break right now. Thank Jesus. Thank you, God. We are on break right now. I get a week off. I'm gonna do some pre-filming. It's gonna be good. However, I've had a very, very interesting week. I've had a strange time this week. So I'll insert a little clip here about why my week has been so strange. I know how this looks to just the common passive observer. It looks like I just took someone's cat. I can assure you 100% that I did not just take someone's cat, I promise you. Here in Saudi Arabia, they do not have the same type of attitude towards animals that Americans do, or Canadian, Europeans, Canadians, etc. One big problem is that I ran into something similar in Egypt as well, where they do not believe in spaying and neutering at all. And as we all know, or most of us know, male cats make terrible pets if they are not neutered. We know this. And so animals in the Middle East, Egypt included, not just exclusive to here, but kind of the Middle East all over, animals are treated as fairly replaceable, and a lot of people get a kitten, get bored, and throw it on the street. And especially when a male cat starts getting older and they're less cute and they start spraying on the furniture, they immediately end up on the street. I picked up this kitty. He's bone thin. He was very, very, very hungry. He had ear mites. So he's been maybe exposed out to the elements for a little while. I'm not really sure. It's hard to say. I think he's young. He's like maybe a year and a half or so, which kind of also fits the timeline for when people like to get rid of their kitty cats because they're boring now. They're pretty disposable. So that's the case with all of my cats. Max, I know, was given to a pet store in Egypt where he was either going to be sold or used for breeding because he's Shirazi. And while I don't support shopping at pet stores at all, this was a whole big thing. And actually, I took Max home with me on November 24th, 4 years ago. And my cat Yoda, I acquired. Well, acquired is not the word. I took him home with me from my stable because he had been attacked by a dog and was starving to death in September. And then we have this cat that I picked up on the 22nd of November, 11/22/22. So yeah, it's been kind of a week. I haven't named him yet. I'm not sure that I'm going to name him. One of my friends is considering taking him, but it's going to be a few months where I may be fostering him for a few months. I may be not fostering him. I definitely do not need more cats. This is completely in response to me having lost one of my pets at home, and I'm pretty tender about these blue-eyed kitties right now. You know, Siamese blue-eyed kitties right now. That's kind of what's been going on. It's been a little stressful. Not really sure what to do next, but yeah. So let's talk about makeup instead. Hey, today I want to talk about an order that I got from Colourpop. By the way, Colourpop is having a 30% off site-wide sale right now, and they are doing 50% off of all collaborations, I want to say. So it is a hot time to buy Colourpop. I did place this order about 5 weeks ago, so it's a little bit, you know, not the same, but I still got a good deal, I feel, and I ended up spending $55 total, including shipping. My original order was about $46, so not too bad. And I'm so excited about what I got. Should mention, I do in fact like Star Wars. This is Yoda. And I mean, like, I don't know if you can see it, but he does have Yoda energy, very much. Yoda energy much, yes. Do you wanna go back? Oh, no, you wanna be snuggled? I like Star Wars, like it. I like maybe not the whole franchise, but the characters are adorable. I do enjoy, I'm entertained. Maybe, oh, do I want to watch Star Wars today? I kind of want to watch Star Wars. Ooh. Got the Star Wars palette that they restocked, and I'm so excited about it. And then I also got C-3PO. I'm okay with this. It's all right. I don't know. It's a very collector-y situation with this for me. I'm not sure I needed it, but I sure wanted it. And then this one, I'm not like totally wild about in terms of like the concept, but the color story of this palette is super cool. Super, super cool. And then also, I've had the Child for so long. This is such a well-loved palette in my collection. I've dug into it quite a bit, and I love this palette now. This is how the palette looks. It doesn't have a mirror, but I'm almost fine with that. I like these Super Shock shadows as well. I think that adds a little spice and flair. And I think this is a mostly neutral leaning palette with a pop of blue. Let's be serious, but shut up. I don't care. I like it. And I am gonna display these because I am a nerd. The color story that kind of intrigues me the most, I think this is really neat. This is the Mandalorian palette. It's a 9-pan palette, and I really enjoy these two sides. This side I could do without. I'm not that intrigued, but definitely I love the Navarro sand color. That's beautiful. And then I'm interested in Imperial Credit. Clan of Two looks cool. Yeah, like these two lines of shadows, I'm totally into it. I would like to see the baby. I haven't even seen Mandalorian, but I like the color story. I like Star Wars, I like the color story. Shut up. C-3PO really, really, really reminds me of like Wannabe. The palette, I do really like this palette, I'm not gonna lie, but this is very, very reminiscent of Wannabe. Is it bad? No. It's not as yellow as I would have hoped. It's still a little gold, it's still pretty neutral, but these Star Wars palettes are smaller than the normal 9-pan. There's Wannabe, and then here is C-3PO, side by side. So this does have more yellow gold to it than this palette, but it sure is reminiscent. Like, it's very, very, very similar to me. The vibe is completely the same. And like I said, I like this palette. It's not that I don't, it's just, I don't need two of them, but I also clearly don't care. These palettes are collab palettes. If they're still available, then they should be 50% off. So why don't I take off my very basic makeup today and put it all back on and use one of these palettes. Sound good? Sounds good. Okay, so clean slate. I'm gonna go ahead and prime. My brushes. I was trying a brush to be like, is it okay to use? No. That is a fresh pimple. Really? I don't know what's been going on lately, but my skin has just been going through it. It's been, for me, really bad. Like, do you see all these little blemishes? I didn't used to have those. And I kind of am wondering, and this one's gonna get juicy, I can tell. Oh, there's another one. Oh, you jerks. I'm kind of wondering if it's that glow, what is it? The dewdrops? Yeah, the niacinamide dewdrops. So I have niacinamide in my normal moisturizer, and I use right now the CeraVe moisturizers, AM and PM. I went ahead and got a bunch from the States and just said like, okay, you need to stop with this drunk elephant thing. You need to stop. It was too expensive. Like, I needed to kind of reel it in. And my skin's been fine. Like, it's fine, you know. But then I also use like the Paula's Choice BHA stuff. And then I was kind of thinking like, oh, I like the idea of these niacinamide dewdrops from, is it Glow Recipe? I want to say yes. But I know that in the past my skin has reacted to a high concentration of niacinamide. So I'm kind of wondering if that's what's going on here, which is super lame. It was beautiful at first, but yeah, I haven't used it a ton after I kind of got a few breakouts. So I don't know. Has anyone else experienced this with Glow Recipe? It's a Glow Recipe. I want to say that's what it is. Anyway, you know I'm talking about the dewdrops. Let me know if you've had the same problem, because like, it's not common for me to do this. I think I want to try the big Star Wars palette. So I also kind of want to challenge myself and use this side, because I never really like red looks on me that much. Like, it's not that I hate them or anything, but I just don't enjoy them as much, I suppose. I dip into the black, which is Star Destroyer, and it's a very soft black. There was automatically a lot of kick up, but that's okay. That's why I do my eyes first, typically. And I'm just gonna do a cut crease because that's what I do. That is, in fact, what I do. So what are y'all getting for Black Friday? I have like one thing that I want to get for me on Black Friday, and I've been waiting for quite some time. I'm gonna check one more thing online, but I think I'm pretty much good as of now. You know what I mean? You never know what's gonna come up. But yeah, look at all the fallout already on that. That's 2 dips in. I don't know if you can see that. Then I'm gonna go into Republic, this one, right next door. And I'm gonna put that just sort of next to it and stack it. That's kind of fun. Okay, I do like this. This is cute. There's one palette I've had my eye on that's been out of stock for quite some time, and I know it's restocking tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I really do miss Thanksgiving at home. My family doesn't enjoy Christmas as much. Like, I don't know. Remember, like, I'm from Idaho, remember, if I haven't told you enough. This is an interesting color. I like this color, actually. I thought it was gonna be like too red in a way, but this is kind of a nice burgundy. So if I haven't told you today, I am from Idaho, and like winter in Idaho is long. It's so long. and it's just cold and windy. There's maybe not necessarily like a bunch of snow all the time. Like it snows, but it's maybe not like what a lot of people have in their brain. It's just, ugh. It's just gray and it gets dark super early. This may have been a mistake. I have maybe too much of another red color on us. But, oh well. But yeah, so just, I hate wintertime. But Thanksgiving is kind of like that last, like the weather can still be kind of good and kind of pretty, and you can like go take walks outside with family and, you know, whatever. And the weather is still good, so it's not stressful necessarily driving anywhere that we want to go. It just depends, but yeah. So like Christmas time, the weather's bad, and kind of my family all seems to know that like the impending winter doom is coming. I don't know. We're just, for living in Idaho, we're not winter people. Like we don't do anything that makes winter that fun. Like I know how to ski. Oops. Like I know how to ski. I enjoy skiing, but just like it's not what we grew up doing. I don't know. But anyway, so Thanksgiving. Oh, and I went in. So I just went into Alliance, this neutral brown color. I'm really liking this. This is cute. This is not kind of the direction I expected this to go in. I think this is really cute. But yeah, I miss my family. Especially this time of year. Christmas I can kind of live without. It's fine. I'm not offended by missing Christmas, but Thanksgiving is kind of a tender time. And then my parents are alone this Thanksgiving, so I need to call them today, kind of this afternoon. It's a little early yet. Oh, it's a lot early yet. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning right now at home, so I need to wait. It's kind of good that my parents are semi-retired and sort of have time to do the things they want to do now, but I also feel bad that I'm not there. I'm really interested in some of these shades. So far I've used Star Destroyer, Republic, and Alliance, and it's all, you know, gelling really nicely. It's all coming out really cute. I got paid today. Does that mean I'm allowed to get takeout? I have my boyfriend's Christmas present I want to get. But like I said, kind of, I'm good. That is the advantage of not living in the same country and just having it be unreasonable to ship things to my family, is that I can get all of their Christmas presents on sale. And I can get them whenever I want. I almost want to go to a mall right now. Like put some makeup on and then go to a mall. Is that dumb? Okay, I'm gonna take a break and let that dry a little bit. So I actually want to try this Super Shock, kind of on the cooler blue side. I want to try Space Pirate, this Super Shock kind of marbled shade, and see what it do. That's kind of cool. It's not what I expected so much, but it's cool. And then I'm gonna put outer rim on the outer rim, on the kind of edge. I'm not sure I love working with these Super Shocks in eyeshadow form. I don't feel like I'm getting the payoff I really want. You know what I mean? Like, they're a little oily too, almost. Oh. So that's Space Pirate. I'll try to pat that on a little bit more. I don't like putting my fingers in palettes if I don't have to. And I don't like kind of the lack of precision this gives me. See how it's kind of fraying the edge of my cut crease? I'm not sure I like that. I'm kind of having trouble bringing it up to full opacity. Do you know what I mean? Then I'm gonna go into outer rim, which is the other marbled Super Shock formula. I'm gonna place it on the outer. Oh. See, I just don't, I'm not sure I like these. It's kind of unnerving to just like, oh, I don't mean to flip you off, I'm sorry. They're just a little soft for my taste, honestly. It's just not quite what I like. Then I'm gonna go into Hyperdrive. This one here, I'm gonna put that in my inner corner just to see what it do. Oh, that's cool. Cute. It's still cute. I'm not terribly mad about it. I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit of a mix between Republic, that kind of red, and Star Destroyer, the black. And I'm just gonna kind of put a little smokiness back in my outer corner, just a little. Okay, so I'll kind of clean this up as well. I might go back in and just put down a little bit more of that Republic. I like that Republic shade a lot because it's not so, it's a controlled kind of berry tone. I really like that. I'm gonna blend out again with that brush that had Alliance on it. Maybe I'll just pack a little teeny bit more on. So I'm going to stop here and then come back to do my lower lash line, and then we'll finish up. Okay, so this is where we're at. About done. You know. Not sure about this lip color. Not really sure about this eye look, to be honest. I think I made some mistakes. I keep trying to flip you off too. I made some mistakes and it's okay. I just kind of let the whole look kind of get away from me and get a little much, but it's still fine. Like, it's not the fault of the shadow, it's the fault of me. So I'm gonna take what's left of Republic and, oh, what's it called? Star Destroyer. I'm just gonna run that under there. Hopefully this kind of ties it together. It does look already better. I kind of let my eyeliner get away from me, so then I had to go back and like deepen, blend, and my lashes were already on, so not ideal. I want to go back into outer rim, and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line a little bit. Don't know about this Super Shock formula. I like that Colourpop is adding some variety of texture to their palettes, but I don't like how flaky it is. Like, I just had some flake off and then I could pat it back on. I don't know about that. Just with my finger, and I'm gonna go into Rebel Princess. And, oh, that's very soft. Is that also Super Shock? Jeez Louise. I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. Editing Jamie here. So I realized after wearing this palette one more time that spraying a brush and then dipping into the Super Shock works much better. So it ends up that I do like this palette. I think the color story is interesting, and it's definitely a good time to buy it if it's still available for this price. So yeah, check it out. All right, so thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching. Have a happy Thanksgiving and happy Black Friday holiday season, whatever, everyone. Yeah, take care. Please stop back in. I am starting a new series called Made Up Art History, where I discuss like a monument or a painting or a work of art that I have seen in person, and kind of like a fun story about the time I saw it, so, or whatever. So if you're interested in something like that, please stop back in. I'm also gonna be doing some rave makeup looks in a couple of days. I have a full schedule of filming for this week while I'm off work, and I want to have fun and play with my makeup, and I wanna show you. So let's do that together, okay? Okay. Colourpop is having 50% off collaborations and has 30% off site-wide, so go check that out if you're interested, and have a good day otherwise. Bye!